What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh and Fit podcast. Today, we got special guests Sara J and Stirling fucking Cooper. Yeah, I'm swearing because we already know we ain't going to get monetized anyway. Let's get into it, baby. Hey, what is up? What is up, guys? We got a special episode. We got our first two in-studio guests, Stirling Cooper and Sara J. Man, I got to drop a that one, man.
Welcome.
Yeah, man. I know people are probably wondering, how'd you guys end up? How are two womanizers from Miami here with two porn stars? How did this end up happening? And quite frankly, I'll just go through it real quick. So me and Stirling met through Rich Cooper, Rolo Tomasi. I had him on my show when I was starting out, the Gains podcast. We talked about the porn industry, and I was like, whoa, dude, this is like, fascinating. And then we talked offline a bit. We did some coaching with John from Modern Life Dating's people. And then I was like, dude, we're building a new studio in Miami. We'd like to have you come through. He was like, yeah, I could do some shoots. I'll bring Sara J with me. I was like, whoa, really? Sara J? Like, I'm not, none of us are going to cap. All you guys know who Sara J is, bro. Like, you guys, she's been in the industry for a minute. So yeah, man, I was like, cool. And then we made it happen and we're here now. And yeah, man, Fresh, what do you got?
Guys,
we'll get right into questioning.
It's all about connections. You get me? Like good people, good vibes. That's all we're all about. So just sharing that wealth of knowledge, and let's have some fun tonight. Absolutely.
So Fresh, I'll let you kick it off, man.
All right. So we got some questions for you guys. Some very good questions. Some naughty and some not so naughty. So we're gonna go through them.
I think we can handle that.
Yeah, totally.
I already know.
I'm ready.
All right. So number one, how did you guys meet?
Well, you met at AVN.
Did we? I really don't remember, to be honest with you.
I do.
But I do remember you were handsome the first time I met you. I was like, oh.
Well, I'm still handsome. So
no, but like, I think that was my first thought. I was like, wow, he's handsome.
I have the photo on my Instagram.
Do you? That's the first time that we met?
This is the first time we met. It's like right there.
Yeah. Did you walk up to me or did I walk up to you?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Everyone was chilling. Yeah, there was that one. That one.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I got real excited.
I love hearing that.
I was like, we were chilling. I remember at the Hard Rock in the back. Yeah. And
at the Circle Bar.
Yes, at the Circle Bar. And you walked up to me and started talking to me. And I was like, this handsome man is talking to me.
What was his opener?
Yeah, we want to know.
I don't know, but I do remember that we established that you were living in Vegas and that you wanted to shoot with me. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, me too.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
But then it took like a year.
It did, because I don't live in Vegas and I was already booked that week. Yeah.
It took a while for us to eventually shoot together.
So it was good.
Love at first sight?
Literally a year.
Well, horny at first sight.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. No, it's exciting to get excited about work, though. You're like, oh, I'm excited. Today's going to be good.
But this is kind of what, so AVN is like the big porn industry conference.
What does that stand for the people that live under a rock like me?
Adult Video News.
Ooh, okay.
It's a magazine. It started out to be a magazine and just like, industry information for within our industry. And it also, it lets people know like the products that are coming out and like, has articles and interviews and all kinds of stuff, information. And they have a word show.
Yeah. But that week in Vegas every year is like the horniest conference you'll ever go to.
Yeah.
Because it's just like an entire conference of porn stars from all over the country.
And a lot of times we didn't get to see each other all year.
Exactly.
So we're like,
it's kind of like this. It's like you recognize somebody from Twitter, or just from Pornhub,
Instagram,
or whatever, and you're like, "You're cute. I want to work with you." And then, bang, hotel room.
Yeah.
You don't know how angry I am right now.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm going in the bar, cold approach it. Hey, what's up? You look almost as cute as me. You're an asshole. And then it's like, I got to deal with her whale friends. And then I got to deal with the bartender and the bouncer trying to kick me out.
It does seem like somebody here made the right decision and somebody did not.
Yo,
that's facts, man. That's facts.
He's in the right profession.
I'm tight right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like they're going to conferences like, hey, you're attractive. Let's make this happen. Meanwhile, I'm over here like
money and have sex.
Yeah,
that's the best of both worlds, honestly. Exactly.
No, it's pretty good.
And networking is awesome in that sense.
It is.
Number two.
I don't have the list. You didn't give me the list, man.
It's in the private chat.
I have it on my phone.
You have it. Okay. You hit number 2 and text it to me, bro.
Okay, cool. So in this case, right? What made you guys want to start porn? Because for me, like I thought like I would be a good porn star, but I just couldn't do it. My family and everything was like, I don't know. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, like I was already stripping, and I really liked being viewed as a sex object. That was kind of new and exciting for me. And it kind of gave me power. It was cool. And, you know, there was just a lot of things about the sex industry that I liked, but I would really have liked to just have sex instead of pretend like I was going to have sex with you, you know, like I actually was just like, I don't mind people watching me. That's always kind of turned me on. So it kind of just made sense for me. I like sex. I like being watched. I like making money. This just, you know, it makes sense. So I don't really have a whole lot of family, and the family that I do have, they're very supportive of like everything I do because they know that I'm a good person regardless of what I do for a living.
That's awesome. I guess all the vibe from me is very like, pure and genuine. So I like
totally. Yeah. And I'm always been like this, you know, like I don't know how else to be. So yeah, they've always been really supportive and encouraging.
Awesome.
What club were you dancing at before?
I've danced all over the country. Okay. I started out dancing in Kentucky, and then Ohio, and then Indiana, and then Georgia, Florida. And now I still feature perform, which is cool. You know, I danced in Vegas for years. When I was making the transition between like porn star or stripper to porn star, I danced in Vegas a lot. Yeah.
Where are you originally from? Kentucky?
I'm originally from Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, but in like Ohio, where I'm from, doesn't have any strip clubs, so you have to go like Kentucky or Indiana.
Gotcha, man. Like the Midwest, like do you call soda pop?
I call it soda.
Oh, okay, all right, awesome.
Or sometimes soda pop. To be honest with you, like I don't usually call it pop. I usually call it soda or soda pop. But I travel a lot, so.
Gotcha. What about you, Sterling? How'd you start out?
Ooh, we had this conversation in the car yesterday.
Yeah, we did. I was dragging Stirling around Miami, bro, like all over the place.
Looking for a pair of shoes.
It was
a hell of a day.
You're going to put me on blast, man. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh, man.
And Mara's like, yeah, come out to Miami. And we're like, we'll hang out and have a great time. Meanwhile, I'm in a car for 40 minutes looking for a shoe shop.
Sounds like fun.
No, it was hilarious.
I need to know what shoes you're looking for.
Yeah.
I had to get, I got them repaired.
Shoes.
I got them repaired.
Okay.
And they were like some dress shoes, and I dropped them off in February. Yeah. Like, and I picked them up now, and the guy looked at me like, bro, like, like, he was just like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, you know, I forgot about him, bro. And he was like, we're about to throw him out. So, but Sterling was with me the whole time.
Yeah. So long story short, let's see, trying to find the book note, the cliff notes.
Yeah.
Of how I got in. Was in the swinging scene. Went from being a swinger on recommendation of some of the girls in that to being a straight male escort back in Australia where it's legal. Then had some girls in the escorting industry say I should do porn. So I was like, oh, I might give that a try. Found a couple. I had a couple that I used to swing with. We filmed like a sex tape. I cut it up into pieces, put it in a Dropbox, and then pitched a couple of directors in Melbourne. And they were like, this is the most professional application we have ever received. And they gave me a shot.
Nice.
And then I went from shooting in Melbourne for like 6 months to shooting in the UK for 6 months to Europe. And then now I'm here in America.
I always feel lifestylers make great porn stars.
They make fantastic porn stars.
Sure.
What is a lifestyler?
A swinger.
Oh, okay. It's called
or someone who's into BDSM too.
Right. Yeah.
That can kind of they sometimes go into that category.
Sure. I just like the open-mindedness and like the ready and willingness of a lifestyler, you know?
Yeah. All the girls.
And they're horny, like legitimately horny.
Exactly. All the best girls to work for or to work with.
Yeah.
Who are like they tend to be like the MILFs who've got into porn they come from swinging and then they get into porn. Because they're in it for the right reasons. They're in it because they're just mad about sex. They're nymphomaniacs.
Nice.
Versus the girls who get in kind of younger, who are like a bit diva-ish and are just into
they're like, I don't know why I'm here, but...
Yeah. But I like attention.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, but look at my boobs. You know, there's a lot of those too.
Do girls do it for money as well, you would say, or not really?
Do it for money?
Yeah.
For sure. Of course. Like probably the majority. It's just like those gems you find that are like, they really enjoy sex, you know, and you're like, this is a great job for you.
So you would say you have to really enjoy sex to really like enjoy the it per se?
It's just going to create a like happier, longer career. Like if you enjoy sex, then, you know, when you have a rough day, you it won't be as bad. You know, like if you actually don't like what you do, just like any other job, if you don't like what you do for a living and you have a rough day, you're going to want to quit.
Right.
You know, but if you love what you do and you have a rough day, you're like, we have rough days sometimes. Move on.
Because I remember you said, Sterling, like good chemistry is when someone else has like that love for the act, and then like when you guys get together, it's like magic.
Yeah, it's like a love. It might sound weird to like for us saying like a bad day at work when we're getting paid to have our dick sucked for a living.
There's so many ways that could go bad, though.
Really, nigga?
But what we mean by that is like she's not just into you, she's into the sex, right? And that's what kind of makes that spark,
right?
You know, when you can tell she's like a nympho. She's like, it doesn't really matter who's attached to the dick. She's having a great time anyway,
right?
And that kind of makes my job easier.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it does matter just a little bit. You know, you got to have a little chemistry sometimes. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm sure. So we got a couple super chats here. French with the 4.99 euros or pounds, I think. Have you always had the business savvy that you displayed over the vast career going in, or have you developed it over time through trial and error? Guys, we will have a Q&A at the end. Don't worry. Fresh, can you make a note of that question real quick?
Very good question, by the way.
Good question. We'll definitely ask that at the end. And then we got Hypnosis for Men. Shout out to Ryan Christensen. Awesome to see Myron, Fresh Prince, Stirling, and Sara killing it on the podcast. Been amazing watching that crew, the crew grow so quickly. Thank you so much for the support, my man.
Thanks, man.
If you guys need to get hypnotized, going through some trauma, hit him up. But okay, so the next question, or actually, Fresh, did you have something you were going to ask?
Yeah, just a quick side tangent.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was telling Sterling, right? I did a few porn stars myself, and like they told me I should get into it because I'm like so good in that sense. But then I'm like, yo, like real talk, like I don't know, because they said behind the scenes is a lot more than I think it is, if that makes sense, right? So I don't know.
Also, like you go to work and sometimes you have to have sex with somebody that might not be attracted to you. Yeah. Like, so imagine like having sex with somebody who's not really into it. Like they're like,
yeah, that is going to be your job.
Yeah.
Like at least a third of the time.
At least a third of the time. Like at least. Yeah. And then there's probably a small percentage where the girl's like, she's just all the way bitchy at everybody, you know, like maybe she's just not into anything. Like she hates life, you know, like you run into that sometimes.
Because Sara shoots with girls.
Yeah. And not only that, but I'm a producer and director too. So like, you know, I try to be very careful at who I cast for my movies because I don't want that kind of negativity on my set. You know?
There you go. Yeah.
You kind of come from a time, you've been around for like 20 years. You come from, and I've only been doing this for like 3.5. But you come from a time when I feel like there was a lot more chemistry back. Like they put a lot more effort into like matching people with a bit of chemistry back then. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I think you might be wrong. I think it's more now, to be honest with you, because as performers, a lot of times we end up being our own content creators, and so we can do our own casting, and so I can choose to work with people like yourself, you know. And back in the day, they were like, "You and you look good together, do it," you know. I've been in some like, okay. And not only that, but I always hate it when you go on set and the guy wants to like shake your hand. I'm like, you know, we're about to do it, right? Like, feel free to give me a hug, like squeeze my butt, grab a titty, you know, like.
Really, nigga?
Like, come on. Like, so I always know it's going to be like one of those weird days when I get on set and the guy's like, nice to meet you. And I'm like,
great.
Oh, no.
Are a lot of the male stars like awkward, like zero game? Like
what I see is like, because I've done like
I'm curious to hear your opinion on this.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's get it, baby. Yeah.
A lot of the younger guys, I think, are like that. They're hesitant to like make physical contact with the girl straight away. And I heard this from, you know, Francesca Lay.
Oh, very well.
I had this conversation with her when I shot with her and Mark. And it was like, she said, I don't know what this is. Like a lot of these younger guys, they don't want to like make out with me before the camera turns on. And she's like, do you think that's because of the Me Too thing? I'm like, yes, it is exactly 100% because of the whole Me Too thing. So you got younger dudes who've kind of grown up or got into this industry in their early 20s with the Me Too thing being around.
So they're terrified.
They're terrified. And our industry's had a lot of that this year.
That's a very good point. Although I have to say, like, I feel that there's multiple reasons. Like over my 20 years, sometimes I feel like maybe the guy's just not into me, you know, like it happens and he's just like, yeah, okay, cool. Nice to meet you. Like, when do I get my paycheck? Like, how long does this scene need to be? How many strokes do I need? Where you want to come? Like, you know, like I feel like it's just kind of like
Very mechanical.
Yeah, very mechanical. Sometimes people are on like a little autopilot, and they're not trying to create a chemistry, and they're not naturally like attracted to me. You know, it happens. Like, yeah. It's fine.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah,
but,
no,
you know.
totally.
It depends.
And maybe it's also a little respect too. Like, especially when you said with younger guys, like they're like a little nervous and they're like, I don't want to like, you know, offend her, you know, kind of thing.
Tell you what, one thing I add to that is that when I know the girl I'm working with, if I know her husband or boyfriend, then I'm more likely to act like that. Then I'm more likely to, I'm not like going to grab her ass straight away. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be chill with her and flirt with her, but I'm not going to be all handsy.
Yeah.
Because I know
you don't want to disrespect anybody.
Partner.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Facts.
and I don't want to, and like, you know, he's my friend. So,
and that actually segues perfectly into the next question.
Yep.
And we'll start with you, Stirling. How do you handle like romantic relationships outside of the industry?
like at the moment, I don't have any outside the industry.
Oh yeah, smart. Smart.
You know, it's a bit. I have before, like especially back in Australia, I had a couple of girlfriends who weren't in the industry, and they get jealous pretty quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, would you say, she'll be interested, and then you'll tell her, oh, I do this, and then she'll be like, oh, no, I'm not interested.
No, I learned pretty quickly to be honest with it and upfront with it straight away, because that just saves a hell of a lot of drama.
Yeah.
And that, because like for some girls, it's a complete deal breaker. It's probably the same with guys. A lot of dudes, it's a complete deal breaker, and it's like, okay, this is what I do for a living. You can still be a part of this, but if you're not cool with that, like, then I'm not the guy for you. Right?
Gotcha. It's like ultra pre-selection, almost to the point that they're like repulsed a bit sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that they have to, like, because you know they're going to be curious, right? So you know they're going to Google you.
Yeah,
right?
facts.
Right?
Yeah.
They're going to, like, whether they want to or not, at some point they're going to Google you, and like their curiosity is going to get the better of them, and they're going to see it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little different with me because everybody knows who I am. If I do run into somebody who doesn't know who I am, I'm like automatically attracted to them.
Nice.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, you don't know.
Nice.
I'll have to show you a few things.
There you go.
I don't know anymore.
Do you feel like you have to prove, like, is that like an ego thing? You're like, oh, really? I'm going to show you who Sarah J is now.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, that's kind of like, I feel like it's my special skill, you know, like, and if somebody doesn't know, like if somebody does know, then there's a little pressure to perform. Right. But if somebody doesn't know, you're like, oh, I'm about to blow your mind, you know? But yeah, I'm not great with relationships is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Does it like pretty much like they'll find out what you do, and then they'll be okay with it for a bit, and then they'll like kind of change their tune and be like, oh, I want you to stop, or whatever it may be.
You know, it's I never get that far. Yeah, like, yeah, I'm not the greatest with relationships. I don't really get that far. Like I said, most people know who I am, and then when I do run into somebody that doesn't know who I am, I usually tell them right away, like, let's just get this out. Yeah, I never hide it. Like, I'm me, you know? I'm like, oh, I'm a porn star, you know? Like, and they're like, well, I'm like, no, I do porn. Like, I produce, I direct, I have my own management company. Like, and yeah, either we have sex that night or we don't. And that's kind of where my relationships stop.
Yeah.
That's so funny because I've met a girl at the mall, right?
Yeah.
Back when I was up in Pines, a little bit up in Florida. And I didn't know she was a porn star until like a week later. She told me, I was like, wow, like I didn't even know. Actually, I think I showed you her picture before. I won't say her name, obviously, but I was just like, yo, like you have to be very open-minded to actually like take that on, because most guys are scared of it.
Totally.
On the offset.
Absolutely.
So.
There's so many feelings that a person could go through when they hear those words, and I have to be very understanding to accept however anybody else feels about it, you know? Like, I can't really expect somebody to just be like cool with it, you know? Like, but I'm also, that keeps me single, and I'm fine with being single. Like, yeah, like I chose this life.
Yeah, less drama.
Yeah.
So that segues perfectly into what I was going to ask, which is, what are your views on dating in 2020 in general then, so to speak? Obviously, we got Instagram, which is like the biggest dating app. You got the whole Tinder, Bumble, the sugar daddy sites, everything like that. What are your guys' views on that?
Well, I got banned from Tinder.
I did too. I had my account up for only like 5 hours.
How?
because people think we're catfishing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like I just want like my friends every time I go to a new city, my friends sit around and they swipe left and right and left and right, and I'm like, I want to be in on the party, so I tried to get a Tinder account because I was like, this is fun. So I just have to like swipe on somebody else's. I'm like, let me see your Tinder.
Wow.
No, but yeah, they won't let me have one.
You know what?
Bummer.
I'm gonna do for you. I'll put you on game.
Yeah.
So on Instagram, you could do the same thing.
Oh.
So I teach guys how to use Instagram to like talk to girls, and like you could do the same thing. You go on your search bar and it's tagged in places wherever you're at. Let's say you're in Texas, Mexico, wherever. You put that place and look at all the hot guys on that hashtag.
Yeah.
Just send them a DM.
Well, I really don't want to like connect. I just like to browse.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
that I got a question about that. Because we advise guys all the time on using Tinder, online dating. Do most girls use Tinder and online dating in general just for fun to swipe, and they don't actually intend to meet the guys? Okay.
No, like my life is so complicated. I could never pick somebody off Tinder. It's like I've got a really long backstory. You don't want to believe it anyway. But like my friends who are like regular civilian girls, like they definitely like are looking for somebody to fuck. Or dinner, one or the other. It's like they're either looking for somebody to fuck or dinner. Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, because there seems to be.
I'm hungry. Let me check who's on Tinder. And this guy, he's handsome. He's got a nice watch. He's in the Miami area. Okay, let's see if he wants.
He's got a nice watch.
Let's see if he wants to take me to Zuma.
There you go,
guys. Just confirming. Have good pictures on your.
You got to have
Instagram.
good pictures on your Instagram,
the
man.
Lifestyle, so she wants to be a part of it.
Yeah,
right.
But also, if I may say, you have to be very careful about what you're projecting because you're going to attract what you're projecting. If you're wearing your fancy watch and you're wearing all your jewelry and you're on a yacht, then you're going to attract somebody that wants that. And maybe that's all they want. So I always tell people, like, put your stuff away. Like, look nice, but like, don't flaunt.
So in other words,
she belongs to the streets.
But I'll say I like those kinds. we like those girls, man. So, but no, I would say this: like what I've noticed with Tinder in Miami, and a lot of guys notice this, is that a lot of girls use it to push their OnlyFans or their Instagram or whatever. We have a lot of influencers here as well trying to push it.
I have a couple of friends that like look for hookers on Tinder. I'm like, wow, that's exciting. Hookers on there.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Wait, like guy friends who are deliberately looking for
hookers on Tinder. Yeah, there's a lot of hookers on Tinder apparently.
I mean, that I am aware of.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't know that it was guys actively using it.
Now that there's no place for like girls to advertise since the Sesta Fosta, right?
Facts.
Like apparently Tinder's a thing. We even in other countries like. Yeah, my friend pulled some chicks in Colombia. I was like, "Where'd you get them?" Oh, Tinder. Oh,
yeah, Colombia. Yeah, man.
Love Colombia. Me too. I just shot 2 movies there.
Yeah.
Medellin or Cartagena?
Medellin.
See, she knows the spot, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I went to Cali and then I made some connections and then went to Medellin. Yeah.
Dude, you gotta go, Cooper.
I really want to go to Medellin.
I got a few super chats. I'll just hit them real quick. Avi King, the podcast with a $20 super chat. A1 production, A1 content. Watching you guys grow makes me happy. Blessings, Myron Gaines, the CEO. Respect to the brother, Mr. Cooper. Special shout out to Sara. That's guys. Go subscribe to the Avi King, the podcast. Shout out to him, showing the love. Okay, yeah. So we'll continue on
real quick. We have right now over 400 people watching.
Yeah.
Get the likes up, please.
Get the likes up, guys.
Come on, guys.
Comment, subscribe, help push us in the algorithm because this is definitely going to get throttled by the algorithm. But we ain't holding back nothing, baby. Yep. This is the uncut one. So
you think every time someone has me on their podcast,
pretty much, instantly demonetized.
Imagine what it's like being me on my own channel.
Yeah,
every video has me in it.
Whenever I feel like I just walk around censored.
Yeah. But it gets views though. It gets views, so more eyes, the better.
That's right.
Yeah, I even got kicked off Airbnb for no reason.
Really?
What?
Yeah, just like facial recognition. They scanned my face and closed my account.
See, these are problems that people don't talk about. I feel like you have to deal with a lot.
I had bank accounts closed because of who I am.
That absolutely happens. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've had multiple girls have had their bank accounts closed.
Yep.
Because of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
And not only just bank accounts, but even like the online stuff, like PayPal and Venmo. I got PayPal, Venmo, and Google took it all away from me. Like,
it's a real,
bro.
It's a real deal. Yeah.
It is.
Not many people like working with our industry.
You know what it is that the financial people are funded by the right-wing Christian coalition that are completely against our agenda.
Perfect.
Wow. There you go. I like that one. No, I put it out there. That's fine. Okay.
So next question.
Okay. So,
have either of you ever fallen for a co-star?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in relationships with multiple co-stars.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you initiate? Did they initiate? Did they give you the "where do we stand" type talk while you guys were doing the filming the video?
It kind of wasn't like that. It was like we shot a scene, and then I went around to their place to shoot content, and then I just slept over the night, and then stuck around.
Yeah.
there you go.
Nice.
It's like, I'm just going to keep hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Kind of how it worked. I think that's how it works for a few people.
I guess, yeah. I think that's probably how it works. I'm just not really great with the relationship thing. So that's never like a goal of mine, but I do like it sometimes if I get the feels, and then I'll just use those feels to like fuel some passion for the next scene, like,
there you go.
Yeah, they're not like permanent feels.
So
they're like,
you go with the flow.
yeah, I totally go with the flow, but like I do like it when I get the feels a little bit. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
But then it just like kind of fuels, like I said, fuels the passion for the next scene,
Okay.
Got it.
This might be a little bit personal, but can I ask, like, who was it? No?
Nope, you can't.
Okay.
That's classified.
There you go.
That's classified.
He knows who it is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That will be off the air, guys. Okay.
Patreon.com.
So okay, this one's. This is actually probably one of my favorite questions. What's the weirdest fan interactions you have had, public and or online?
There's so many.
Oh yeah, it's about to get weird in here.
There's so many. Like first of all, I'm really tired of this guy hitting me on Skype with a different email every day. Like I've banned this guy on my Skype probably 47 times, and that means just he's coming up with 47 different Skype accounts.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's just that kind of stuff like stresses me out, But then I also there's in-person ones are terrifying. Like you're like, oh my god, I'm being accosted.
Yeah. Right.
I had a guy who like jumped out. I was in a mall and he like jumped out of his store and like jumped on my back and like
what?
Yeah, starts crying.
He literally jumped. He asked for a piggyback ride.
No, like a backwards. Like I was walking away, so like a bear hug, but from the back.
Oh, wow.
Like grabbed me up. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I was with my assistant, and we were in a mall in Atlanta, and this guy just starts crying, and I guess he had written his number down. He like shoves it in my hands, like, here, take it. I cannot believe it's you. Yeah, and I was like, get off me.
Basically, you're just like, run.
Sarah,
like, yeah, man.
Sarah, he needs some
milk. Facts, man. Like, yo, that's have you because obviously you're here in Miami, which like I guess some people like they might recognize you, but they'll use common sense, like, probably be weird to just walk up to her. But, hey.
No,
it was funny.
No, people walk up to me constantly, like, oh my god, I just jerked off to you earlier. This is great. Hey, bro, was I not just jerking off to her? Look at her, she's right here.
Yo.
And I'm like, meanwhile, I'm like doing crunches at the gym, like, oh, word.
Yeah.
That's so
Man.
Yeah, but it's funny, bro. I've seen her twice before, right? I'm like, I'm gonna be respectful, let her do her thing, and just vibe. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you gotta be respectful.
Vibing?
Yeah.
I was vibing, okay.
Yeah, she was chill.
Great.
Yeah.
Going to taco, eating her tacos, having fun. Like,
Yeah.
hey, do your thing.
I love tacos. Shout out to Cuello Taco.
For real. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Late night food.
Man, we got 515 live viewers right now. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because we're definitely going to get throttled by the algorithm because they're haters anytime we speak about stuff like this.
Do you want me to throttle you even more?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's throttle you a bit more. Talk about like the weird fan interactions.
Yeah.
Well, at AVN it happens a bit. So I had like one fan like this last AVN.
At AVN, I have security.
Well, like you have us pleb male performers can't afford security to follow us around for a week.
Right.
So I had this one fan literally follow like every time I got on the convention room floor. she just followed me around.
What was a she?
Everywhere
So-
I went.
Is it she?
Everywhere I went.
If you were signed with my company, we would have security for you,
Well,
sir.
thank you. You're not going to poach me, are you? So that happens.
Yeah.
And then I showed these guys this message yesterday. Here's an
Scary.
example of the kind of DMs I get on my Instagram from my some of my gay fans. Arg, you are the sexiest Aussie alive, mate. That is true. Yes. I wish you could dominate me, spank me, and slap me.
Whoa.
Caveat: nothing sexual, just a good slap and a beating.
Yo.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Damn.
And I had a dream about it last night. Sorry, I'm annoying you. So sorry.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
man.
It's
Dude,
cool.
That's an
Thanks,
example of.
bro.
But you get stuff like this all the time.
Yeah.
I get stuff like this all the time.
You know,
It's and it's not like I'm not replying to the guy. I'm not like
Right.
being like, go away, you're annoying. I'm not saying that. I'm just ignoring him.
yeah.
Right.
And,
Because
and-
I don't have the energy and the time to do that with people who aren't subscribing to my OnlyFans.
yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, hold on. I was going to ask about that, Stirling, because me and you were having this discussion and you kind of like educated me on something. So apparently I did not know this, but like male talent, most of their fan base, if they do have an OnlyFans, are homosexual men. I didn't know that. You know, I was thinking like, oh, maybe just like MILFs or like cougars or whatever that want to spend money. But
There's
then
a little bit of that, but like a lot of times women aren't into it, you know?
yeah,
And women
Yeah.
don't really pay for porn.
Yeah. That. Mm-mm.
they just don't.
Yeah.
So
Men do though.
facts.
Of all
Thank
Men
God.
Men pay for a lot of things.
Shout out to the men for that one. Good job, guys.
Oh yeah!
Oh man.
keeping a roof over our heads. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
we love
Do you have any
for
other
that.
crazy stories besides that getting followed at the AVN?
Yeah, I mean,
Or you, Sarah?
Oh, I got so many stories.
Yeah?
Like I got stories for days. Like
Tell us one more.
So I was getting out of a taxi and there was a guy standing in front of my hotel, like just chilling, I guess. And I got in the elevator and he followed me into the building, but he didn't get in the elevator with me. And I went up to my room and then a moment later, there was a knock at the door and it was the dude that was standing outside. And I just so happened to recognize him as like the dude that was just outside. And he's like engineering. And I'm like, so what he did, if you think about it, what this guy did is he saw what floor my elevator got off on and took the stairs because he was like right behind me and like ran up to like the
Whoa.
12th floor or whatever. Yeah. And then he came to the door, like engineering, like I'm just going to let him in. Imagine if I let him in my room. I called down to security and I was like, come get this guy. But the security came up the elevator and he ran back down the stairs. Yeah. They never caught him. But yeah, like you think about things like that. It's like, whoa.
Yo,
Man.
he was definitely like, why the fuck you lying?
You know what I'm saying? So we got a couple super chats, guys. Tapunk74 with the $5 super chat. Sarah J, in the past, how was working with Sandy Jackman in a bed film, and was it that you liked about her? And guys, cute questions will be held to the end. All the super chats. Fresh, can you just make a note of that?
Definitely.
And then we got another one from Garth Connell. Great show, guys. Stirling and and Sarah, awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. Who else? I think we got Ed Lattimore in the house as well. Yo, very
Hey,
nice
what's up,
studio. Nice to see Stirling blowing up too. Yeah, man, we're trying. And then Jared Robert, King Squad. How much of a good body is needed to be top 1% for physique and size for top 1% in the Love Shack? Okay, I can definitely answer that at the end. By the way, guys, we're going to open up the phone lines. I know you guys saw the number there earlier, but we'll hold all questions till the end. Any questions that are for me or Fresh, we're going to make them quick, and then we'll give priority to our guests, obviously.
Yep.
So with that said, the next question.
Real quick, let me shout out
Go
to
ahead.
FreshandFit fam in the chat. All the guys on Patreon and here supporting. Sebastian, I see you. So that's what's up.
So what kind of DMs do you guys get? We'll start with Stirling on this one.
Yeah,
that one, yeah. Besides other Australian men loving your body.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a lot of that. I got like I don't know if I described that one custom request in the car yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can describe that.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah, let's do it, baby.
Go.
Do it.
Yeah. So I
boy.
I want to hear your reaction to this.
Okay.
Because my reaction was, this is terrifying and I'm not going to do this.
Mhm.
But I've had multiple female porn stars. I described this to them.
Yeah.
They're like, that's hot. I'd totally do that. So I want to hear your reaction to
Okay,
this.
cool.
So the guy was like, it was a gay fan. He was like, look, here's what I want you to do. I want you to, I don't care who the girl is, but you're going to pretend to her, and while she's ceasing to exist, you shove your feet in her mouth.
Oh,
She
no.
worships
You already lost me. I'm like, I'm a
Exactly.
lover, not a fighter. Stop.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. Like,
So it was like a.
I want to give him counseling. That's where I'm at with it. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
sir,
when I was listening
sir,
to
can
this
I
in the
help
car
you? Can I help
yesterday,
you?
literally when Sterling was telling me the story, I was like, what, bro? Are there people out here that really trying to see that stuff? But yeah, this guy.
But yeah, this is a gay fan who was like, he's into like the whole. He's very much into like guys' feet being worshipped,
Ah.
and apparently all that ties into like a lot of degradation stuff with the degrading the girls kind of stuff.
That's
But
crazy.
I said
bro.
that that was my reaction, and then I said this on set to a couple of girls, and they were like, "Oh, that's hot! I'd totally do that." What? The hell?
Yeah, man.
Like,
It's,
okay, more, like,
Later,
you
give me
take the
those
job.
girls' names so I'll hire them.
what about you, Sarah? I'm sure you probably get you
Wow.
got 3.5 mil followers on
Yeah.
Instagram, so
Yeah.
you probably get all kinds of.
basketball players.
I get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You name it. That comes through my box. Okay.
Do you get the random Indian dude sending you dick pics?
You know,
That's what every girl gets, apparently.
okay. So it's not so much Indian men or, Middle Eastern though. And they don't
Yeah.
send dick pics. So this is what's very interesting. And I find DMs, because I have such a large cross section of fans,
Mhm.
DMs are super interesting because it tells like a little bit about different cultures and different ethnicities. You can really read into it, you know. Oh, sorry. You can really read into it. And one of the things that I've noticed is that men from the Middle East think that I would like to see pictures of babies and roses.
Strange.
Completely strange, but obviously it's like some sort of culture thing that I'm just not getting.
Yeah, that is
Like-
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I get a lot. I mean, obviously I get dick pics too, but I get a lot of babies and roses. It'll be like, you know, not like a meme, but some like graphic with like roses on a dining table, you know, maybe even with, like a baby there with rose petals around the baby. I don't know. I don't get it.
yeah.
If anybody could explain it to me, that'd be great. Please
I'll
do.
tell you this: my parents are from Sudan, which is an Arab-speaking country,
Right.
and I've never heard of that. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, and
Like that's strange.
yeah. No,
I
think it
get
is
a lot
too.
of Middle Eastern men messaging me as well.
Yeah.
Really? What did they ask you?
They just tell me I'm hot and
Yeah.
like and love heart all my photos and tell me they love me.
That's when you look at my analytics, like Cairo and like Abu Dhabi are like
Yeah.
some of my biggest
Yeah.
like places for followers.
But the reason,
Really? Okay.
I'll tell you exactly why this is.
yeah.
It's because in a lot of these countries, like Pakistan, all this stuff,
Yeah.
pornography is banned.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they can see it on Instagram.
So Instagram
Yeah.
is the closest
Only
they can
way.
get.
Mhm.
So, I've done a lot of like backwards research on this whole thing too. Like, I'm huge in Egypt. Like, I'm huge in Egypt. Like, they thought I died, and everybody was upset. No, like I'm huge in Egypt, and I didn't really understand why. And then I started to realize, I was one of the first scenes that they had started to release when they started doing free porn. You know, like remember like LimeWire?
yeah. Back in the
Okay,
day.
so a lot of the porn companies had started utilizing LimeWire and dropping scenes on LimeWire to direct traffic back to their sites, right?
Mhm.
And so those file sharing, scenes, they went everywhere, especially to places that didn't allow porn, like the Middle
Wow.
East and like India and stuff like that, right? And like Egypt. And so, coupled with that, I have a lot of sex with darker complected men. And so to a lot of these people, this is the first white woman that they've actually physically seen have sex with a darker person that may look similar to them. And so I found this all out. Like, besides research, I also like talked to some Egyptian people that were like, "Oh my God, you're Sarah J." And I'm like, "But why are you so excited about this? I need to know." And like, they were like, "You're the first white woman that we saw." Like, not that I'm the first white woman ever, but you're the first white woman that we saw that have sex with, a black person. And I was like, oh, I guess that is a big deal for you guys then, right? Okay, cool. I'm glad I can be that for you. But it's just because like file sharing was like so rampant. Like when I started, it was like a brand new thing. And so a lot of the companies that I worked for, they were dropping scenes here and there.
The days of LimeWire.
Have you ever
man.
been to
Yeah.
Egypt, or would you want to go now?
Yes, I've never been, but I would like to go, but maybe not right now. And I do feel like from the my Egyptian fans, which are very, very enthusiastic, they are an enthusiastic group of fans. I will need to hire more security than just Big Willie. Like I think I might be a big deal in Egypt, to be honest with you. Like
from what you're saying, yeah.
No, my Egyptian fans, they love me. And that's great. I'm glad.
Hey, go where you appreciate it. That's
No,
what I
for
say.
sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate it in Germany.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Colombia. So I'll be there.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. So we have another one here for you. Actually, Myron, we're actually at over 500 viewers now. So it's freaking crazy. So that's pretty dope.
Hey.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Sara.
man. Don't forget to like the video, guys, because right now we're about to get to a lit part. So
Spicy.
for those that don't know, Stirling and Sara actually did a performance yesterday, so to speak.
Did.
You know,
Mhm.
they got to get some action going on. So what I did was I picked out some wine
Ooh.
called Stirling,
Nice.
since you like Stirling,
That's great.
and that
Thanks.
is for you.
Perfect.
Ah,
Hope you enjoy, guys.
Thank you.
If you want some ice, just let us know. We'll get some for you.
Actually,
But
the
yeah.
reason why it left earlier
We're getting lit.
is I ran through the
I don't know
rain
if I can
to get
open this.
To get the bottle opener.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to get the cork
Here,
on.
if you need me to, I
yeah,
can do
maybe
it.
you
Yeah.
can do it. I don't want to break it.
I got my White Claw here because I'm trying to watch my figure, as you guys know.
And I have some water here. 'Cause I have alcohol.
So, Fresh, you could take the next question.
All right. So now this is like the spicy segment, right? So we start off pretty nice and easy, you know, pretty lighthearted.
Lube it up before you stick it in.
Exactly.
So this
That's
is
what
like
she
the
said.
jalapeno part of the
Exactly.
right. Got
Exactly.
you.
So now, right? Okay. So in this case, what are the biggest misconceptions in the industry you would say? Like people look at you like and say certain things like, okay, all porn stars are bad, or like what's the biggest misconception you would say?
Pretty common one is that we're all addicted to drugs in some way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the word they, period. Do not put me in a they. I'm not a they. I'm a me. Yeah. No, like I hate it when they, you guys, y'all, like, no, those words keep to yourself. I don't like to be grouped.
What else is pretty common? So they think, and I think the whole like we're all addicted to drugs things, they seem to think that a porn set is like a party where there's lines of coke being done and stuff.
Mhm.
I've
Wow.
seen those porn sets, but they're not all the time. They're very
Like-
few and far
The
between.
rear.
Yeah.
I mean,
And also,
like, I've never seen one.
yeah,
like that.
I'm doing this a little bit of time, you
Exactly.
know.
So you've probably seen a lot more.
Yeah, sometimes it's not always my favorite set to be on though, because it's like disorganized. It's going to take forever. Like this is our job, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
I would like some efficiency, and I would like to be part of a quality production, which usually doesn't involve like cocaine and alcohol and meth and stuff, you know.
It's a lot more professional.
We got booze here, though. But just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Oh,
profe-
no.
very professional.
You are
production.
very professional.
Yeah.
We
But
try.
It's a lot more professional
Mhm.
than people would think.
Definitely.
There's a lot more, and it's like every time you skip through the dialogue in a porno,
Uh-huh.
a porn star's heart breaks.
Yeah, because
Dang.
we
Because we
tried
spend
so
like
hard. for
80%
that.
of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
on the
you ready for
dialogue.
tomorrow, by the way?
She sent me the dialogue. Like this
Yeah.
one.
No, you're absolutely right. And I always compare porn to any other industry. There's people in the medical industry that do drugs and have sex parties.
True.
Facts,
Under
right?
wraps.
There's people that are teachers, do drugs, have sex parties.
Lawyers.
Yep, do drugs, have sex parties. So there's always going to be that cross section of people, you know, and our industry has it too.
Yeah.
But that's not representative of everybody. You don't include us in the they.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of misconceptions. I mean, Stirling showed me some like camera footage of like a studio, and it's like top tier cameras, top tier lights, everything like that. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Like
It's
because a lot of the directors and cameramen in our industry, a lot of them came from mainstream stuff.
Especially the ones from Mind Geek.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That was their trick. Did you know that? They got like all interns. What a great idea.
I do know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked
Yeah.
with Rob recently.
Mm.
He was telling me that. But it's
Right
like
on.
so they spend a lot of time like getting the lighting right.
Mhm.
It's not
Yeah.
just like, oh, here's my camcorder. There's a couch. Do your thing.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes,
But it's not always. Again, you can't go with the they and the all, you know? Like it's occasional. But I mean, you do great footage on your iPhones though.
I feel like people like amateur
Yeah.
more than sometimes the big productions. I would say people like
Yeah.
amateur more.
I mean, I wouldn't say more, but like there's definitely a niche for everything.
Yeah,
like
okay.
I think that you can create a market for whatever it is that you want to produce, whether you want to produce amateur stuff, you want to produce more professional quality, or you want to produce clown porn. You can create like a market for whatever it is.
There's a guy on Twitter I've seen like recently who wears a scary clown mask.
Yeah.
And goes around.
Okay.
Doing it.
So I'll hit a super chat real quick. Danny Arnold, the $5 super chat. Hola, Myron, Sterling, Sarah J. et al. Here's a little something for the cookie jar. Homies, $5 US. Thank you so much, Danny Arnold.
Danny.
Very nice.
And
right.
So the next question I had actually was, with the emergence of OnlyFans, you know, people able to create their own content on their own platform. Is it worth it for someone to get into the industry now?
Yeah, and I actually have a friend, a girl I used to talk to. I think I showed you her earlier. And she's making $25K a month now off OnlyFans. And before she was like working at like Kroger's or whatever, just like working. I'm like, yo, like real talk, that's amazing. Like, good job, you know?
Yeah.
So is it better to go to porn or OnlyFans, you would say?
I mean, it depends on what your goals are. Those are different goals. Like if you want to be a porn star and you want to be in the sex industry the rest of your life, and you want to create a business that can feed yourself forever, then I would suggest you do both, right? Because the OnlyFans is a great income stream, no lie. But if you are trying to create a business and a brand for yourself, you're going to want to get traffic further than your own reach. Because with OnlyFans, you're only getting traffic as far as your own social media takes you. So you would work for other companies and make other alliances with other businesses in order to create even bigger fan base and more traffic, you know?
Wow. Class in a session for anyone that wants to get on OnlyFans.
OnlyFanscash.com, please.
Perfect.
What I see is like, you see some girls will get in, they'll be like younger girls will get into the industry and they use like shooting for bigger companies as like a signal boost.
Yes, exactly what I'm saying. It basically is a traffic driver.
Yeah. So they'll shoot a bit for like other companies, get a lot of attention, build their following up. It's like an accelerator for building a following.
I did the same thing in the beginning with other companies in my own personal site. I've had my own personal site for 19 years. And so I would work for, you know, the Naughty Americas and the Hustlers and all the other companies, Brazzers and Bang Bros and all this stuff. And I would drive traffic. That would drive traffic to my personal site, you know? And so I would say this, like, I was famous before social media, but a lot of these girls, all they have is social media to drive the traffic to themselves. So you have to go outside of your own circle of those girls that you do the shout for shouts with. You know, there's only so many people on Instagram, and there's actually a lot of people that are not on Instagram in the world. So you have to go to, you know, other sources for traffic.
You see, it's funny. Like, even when I talk to my clients, right, about getting reach and getting a new audience, you have to go outside of your platform, because guess what? Your new audience is somewhere else. You have to bring them to your platform.
Totally.
And here's something that I learned from Stirling, that Twitter is actually the porn industry's like main social media app. I did not know that Twitter had like an X-rated. I just got on Twitter. I hate it. If any of you guys follow me, just go ahead and unfollow me. I barely use that thing, but like I didn't realize.
They're more liberal with us.
Yeah, they let you guys actually put like hardcore stuff on there, and
We're
I was
allowed
like,
to put anything but body fluid for the most part.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's like they did that a couple years ago, maybe like a pretty hard line on body fluid, but yeah.
And you can't have any hardcore things in your like
in your banner or your Avi.
Okay,
Yeah.
talk about hardcore, right? I'm just curious because Drake's baby mama, right? I think Rosie. Yes,
yeah. Divine. I used to follow her when she was a big butt model.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just
probably
curious.
before Drake met her.
Because she didn't do anything hardcore at all in the industry so far from what I've heard or seen.
Yeah.
But she managed to like get clout and then kind of like blow up. Is that like a good move, you would say? Or is it like,
you know, it depends on what your goals are. Like, honestly, if your goals are to like get clout and do like as little as possible and make as much money and as much attention as possible, sure. But I think that everybody has, you know, different goals.
Right.
Like, I always find her situation, it's funny you brought her up, because I always find her situation interesting, because I think it's unfair and it's really shitty, and also kind of interesting that people call her a porn star when she didn't do any porn. You know, she was a big butt model, and she's, you know, video vixen, and I always thought her shit was like really tasteful, and like maybe too tasteful sometimes even, you know. But I feel like I'm just so curious about how she feels about it, you know, because that it's got to suck to be like labeled a porn star if you might not want to be a porn star. And she's like, I had bikinis on, like, you might have seen a booty cheek or a titty maybe, but that's a big difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No penetration. So, hey, you know what? More power to her.
Yeah. And I love the fact that, she's Drake's baby's mama. Go Drake. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Like don't hide her. She's great.
OVO.
Yeah. You got the next one, man.
Okay, cool. We have a super chat here.
Yeah. Lashar Cunningham. How does one break into the porn industry in 2020? Don't worry. We're going to answer that. Lashar, thank you for the $5 super chat.
He's in the Patreon too.
He's in the Patreon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead, Fresh. You got the next question.
Cool. All right. So, okay. What are your requirements, right? If a fan wanted to be with you.
I know the guys are going to get their notebooks out right now. Like,
I'm so easy. It's easy. It's easy. Charisma, charm, character, comedic. I just need you to be funny. I need you to be personable. Oh, and confidence. So there's 5 C's, confidence, charisma, charismatic, character, like comedic. I need you to be all of these things. And, people always say, how can an ordinary guy get with you? I don't fuck with ordinary guys. I fuck with extraordinary guys. Okay.
Nice.
So it doesn't matter if you're a porn star or not. But the thing is like, bring your A game.
So I'm curious.
Yeah.
Would I have a chance?
I don't know. Would you? I don't know.
He's going to slide your DMs now.
Sterling, you?
Have a big old pair of titties.
Sterling definitely likes tits.
Nice.
Yeah, Sterling sees a chick with big tits is just like, get over here. You know what I'm saying? So
Guilty as charged.
That's funny.
Or a big old booty. We had this discussion on cam
had this
last night.
discussion yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he is like 60-40 tits to ass.
Yeah, that's about
wow.
right.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd lean more towards the titties than the booty. But I don't know.
You lean a lot towards the
I
titties,
do
but
love a big booty,
but
though.
then you're like, oh, your booty's nice too. I'm like, yeah.
Best of both worlds there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look, I'm a greedy guy. I want everything.
There you
so
go.
I got a special question for you guys. We got to make this one fun. So if you can meet one celebrity and do them right there and then, who would it be? On-site smash. Which celebrity?
I already did it, so I can't answer this question. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no. Just
I
more
did
wine.
a few times. Yeah, no.
I don't really. I've never really had a thing for celebrities.
Okay.
But okay, there's one person I can throw in the mix here. But when I was like a teenager and stuff, all my buddies had like crushes on like Sarah Michelle Gellar and all these like celebrities and shit.
Mhm.
I was like fapping to porn stars
Yeah.
when I was a teenager. So I was like,
Nice.
these are the girls I want to bang.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
bang this like sweetheart.
Right,
Yeah.
over here.
right.
I don't want her.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I want the dirty girl. I want to go with the big booty and the big titties.
You know what? And you were
Nice.
smart for that, because from my experiences, not all, but most of the celebrity fantasies that I've lived out were like,
Lame.
I'm
Underwhelming?
not gonna say lame, I'm gonna say disappointing. And it's my fault, because you end up building it up in your head like
Yes.
of what it's gonna be, and you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. If I had to name somebody, it's only because I've been asked this question before, so I had to like figure out an answer to it.
Yeah.
I think her name is Christina Hendricks. She was the redheaded.
Someone you haven't hooked up with is what I meant.
Yeah.
Someone you have not.
the
Okay.
redheaded secretary
It's
from
just-
Mad Men with the big titties.
Oh,
I'm
No,
looking
okay.
right now.
Sounds hot.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. That's
That
who it would be.
sounds hot.
Yeah. Google her. Yeah, you'd like it.
Yeah, probably. I did have a recent dream about Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet at the same time. That was pretty hot.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
the two of them. That was nice. I like being a throuple. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I want to serve.
Okay.
Yeah, let me assist
Yeah,
y'all.
you've seen what she looks
I
like,
see,
yeah.
bro.
I see.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
If you guys went back in time,
Yes.
beginning of your careers, what would have you guys done differently?
Mhm. Like less scenes, like different people, like what would you done differently?
Just go down memory lane.
I wouldn't have changed a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
There's something that definitely sticks out, and I feel like well, I turned down a scene that I shouldn't have, like, because I was running out of time. I was like, I don't think I have time for this today. And I'm not going to say who it was, but I will tell you, I was just like very impatient when I should have been a little bit more patient because they fucking blew up. Like that person, that guy ended up owning like a big company and I totally blew him off. Like you called me late. Like, I don't have time for this today. And yeah, I was like, ooh, I should have been more patient on that. Yeah.
Wow.
No, like I have a tendency to be very businessy, you know, and I'm very scheduled and I've got a lot of stuff going on. And sometimes because of that, you're so scheduled and like rigid that you don't have like as much like flow and flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Stirling?
If anything, I would have probably started to put my foot down a bit more earlier on as a male talent.
Okay.
Because you kind of get, as a male talent, you kind of, especially when you're new, you got the directors trying to, because even when you're new, obviously the director has a bit more experience with stuff than you do. But at a certain point, you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been times, especially earlier on, when I'd had a director trying to tell me, like, you know, we should do it this way, do it that way. And it led to a not fantastic scene because it put me in a situation where I knew I wouldn't be able to give my best.
Yeah. You know, I recommend that to like the male talent that I advise is like, don't put yourself in situations where you're not going to be like at your best, you know?
Yeah, like learning, like I already knew what my body couldn't do, but it took me a while to like learn to kind of put the foot down.
Yeah. You shouldn't put yourself in.
Because you're as a guy, you're always as a male talent, you're always afraid of like not getting the work, especially when you're new. Because you gotta build up a reputation, because reputation is everything in this business, especially for the dudes.
I was gonna say rightfully so fearful though, because there's a bunch of guys standing right behind you that'll do your job for less.
Oh,
and
wow.
you know, you just hope that they don't do it as well and that they're not as handsome.
Yeah. Well, they have a slightly smaller dick.
Actually, that leads into my next question, right? So let's say, right, you're a guy that doesn't have that much, how to put this? Packing right now, right? Or you have a relationship with a girl and it's kind of like dying down. What are the best toys to use in the bedroom, you would say?
Well, you got to get his book. He's got a book. You need to get the book.
Plug it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Plug it. Go ahead.
You're saying, okay, you said toys.
Yeah, toys.
No, but first he said, like, he's not packing.
Oh, well, if you're not
like,
packing, then buy my book because I teach you exactly how to grow your dick.
He can grow dicks.
Well, I have grown my own dick. And I teach people how to grow theirs.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to put the link. Don't worry, I'm going to put the link in the chat right now.
Also, you're too, Sarah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, because I post proof of it on the. You can go to StirlingCooper.com/proof.
His dick is great.
It is. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It is obviously there's a not safe for work link because it shows you my before and my after photos. But if you want actual evidence, then you can go to that link and you can see the actual evidence of what I'm talking about.
Damn.
But the second thing that if a dude's like so you can actually improve your appendage. It is possible. It takes work. It takes a lot of consistent work.
Push-ups.
Cock push-ups.
You only have to do one.
Perfect.
But the second, here's a toy that every guy has. He's got two of them.
Fuck, I love those.
Right? You would be surprised how much work you can do. Like if you're not packing so much.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I've got big hands. It's pretty hard to get this inside of a woman.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you can get it inside of a woman,
You only need these two.
wow. If I can get these four in a woman, holy shit.
I only want these two. I just want these two.
But here's a free sex tip for you, right?
Yeah.
There's like a thing. I wish I had like a diagram right here. I could show you like the inside of a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's a thing called the A spot, which is basically like the inside of the. Say for example, like this is the cervix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the camera? I'm this camera here, right, Chris?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that's the cervix, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking like down the barrel at like through a vagina.
So we have the vaginal canal.
Yeah, help me here.
Right.
Oh, so there's the vaginal opening.
There we go.
Right.
Right. This is the vaginal canal.
Cervix is like, let's turn up to the side a little bit.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cervix is back here.
It's kind of usually like that a little bit.
Right. And here is like the outside of like the vagina, right?
Oh, that's where the big dicks go back there.
Yeah. But this sort of curve, the space around here is called the A spot. And it's actually the part that like quivers and orgasms when a woman has an orgasm. So you can, it's like a biohack. If you can get this in there, you can actually Let's
Start
move your
poking
hands
around
out
with
of
your
the way for a
fingers.
second. If you can get back here and actually stroke it,
Yeah.
we're not talking about like we're not going to town here, but if you can actually stroke it, you can actually stimulate the muscles that orgasm when she has an orgasm, like that spasm when she has an
I
orgasm.
mean, you're giving me advanced
Wow.
course because like guys don't even know where the fucking clit is. Let's start out with the clit, and then on the back side of the clit, you know, when you find the clit, look on the other side of that. That's the G spot.
that's
Yo.
And
easy.
then
Then you can
if you
work
can
up to
find
this.
that, then you go find the A spot.
Yeah, you can work up to this level.
No, that's a good game, man. I see. I just do the action. I don't know what I'm doing, but it works. She's happy. I'm happy. Then there you go. But A spot.
Yeah.
We just got a sex ed class education right there, man.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
awesome.
You got
Okay.
the next one, Fresh?
Yeah. So I told you it's a little bit more spicy. Get me? Okay. So next one is This one's good.
Don't get shy.
Okay.
You're getting
What?
the perps. That means you're blushing, by the way.
Okay. So what is your favorite position and why?
Cowgirl, because it's easy to get the girl to orgasm from cowgirl. Like it's easy to get her off, and I just like to grab onto a big old booty.
That's great. And he
Okay.
loves tits in his face
That
too.
too.
Yeah. It's a really good position for him.
Right.
Me, I'm going to be more difficult. I'm going to say it depends on the dick because dicks curve in different ways and some are big and some are small. So, some guys, missionary is the one, and other guys, it's cowgirl. But it's usually missionary or cowgirl.
Yeah, it does depend
Yeah.
about which way the dick sort of curves because
Yeah,
like
for sure. And it also matters how big your stomach is.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like if you've got a large stomach and I'm on cowgirl, it's beneficial. If you got a large stomach and we're missionary, it could screw it up.
Okay, I'm curious, right? Because I know a lot of guys like think about this like in their head, like what's the perfect size? I guess like wee you could say.
wee. What are we?
Just say
Come
dick,
on,
man.
Come on,
Dick.
say it.
Dick.
Say it. I want you to say 3 dick words right now. Go.
Big dick, small dick, little dick. Here you go.
You know, everybody's different, but like
Yeah.
I prefer girth. Like I don't care how long you are, but I would like a nice thickness because feeling full feels good and also puts pressure on the G spot. So if you've got a thick dick and because the G spot's only 2.5 inches inside, so you could have about 4 inches, but thick, and it would constantly be pushing on the G spot. So I want some thickness.
Damn.
You know what?
Girth.
I have every time I hear a female porn star talk about big dicks,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Here's what I noticed: the difference between guys and girls. When we
Right.
think of
Guys think length, women
Yes.
think girth.
exactly,
Oh.
You
Bingo.
ask me the biggest dick in porn, and I'll tell you Shorty Mac, Shane Diesel, Brickzilla,
because they're thick.
because they are thick.
Yeah.
And I will totally skip like all the long
Danny
ones.
D,
And right, and
all these other dudes
exactly.
who've got like 12 inches.
Richard Mann, Johnny Depp, like Lexington Steele, like no,
Yeah.
I like it's the girth, like
So
Nice.
there's your answer right there. Girls care more about thickness
Girth.
and
Okay.
girth
Mhm.
than
It's
about
like
length.
our vagina is giving the dick a hug at that point. We're like, ooh.
And this is exactly why you guys got to get Sterling Cooper's book,
Yep.
How I Grew My Penis.
Mhm.
What was the subtitle of that?
another porn industry secret.
Another porn industry secrets, man. Get
Is
that
it
ebook.
colon?
Link is in the
How I
chat
grew
right
my
now.
penis colon, and I like colon.
Link is in the chat, guys. I put it in there a few times. Guys, we're going to take phone calls here in a second. One more question, and then we're going to take your questions, the super chats. The call-in number is 515-605-9740. Again, that's 515-605-9740. If
Okay.
you want to get on the show and ask Sterling Cooper or Sarah J a question, we're going to prioritize their questions, guys. If you have one for us, I'm going to answer it very quickly, but then we're going to turn it back to them.
So last question, I'm gonna let you take it, Myron, if you want to, and we're gonna go like
It's over 9,000!
Okay. Oh, man, which one is it?
number 20.
20. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Number 20. Best ways to make a woman orgasm and best way to make a man orgasm.
Boom.
I want to hear your answer first.
Well, I'm bisexual, so I can give the answer to both.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oral in general, like oral for a man for sure. I'm really good with my hands and I'm really good with my mouth. And you put them together and your head's going to explode. So I personally think that my hand mouth combination is like the 1-2 punch, and kind of with girl the same way. Hand mouth combination, the 1-2 punch.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
So that's awesome. And then
Yeah.
Sterling, what about you?
This is all true, so I will give a
Yeah.
different answer.
Yeah.
Just to give you more.
Mhm.
For dudes, like one way to cheat in like, again, see, I'm not exactly sure what you can see I'm doing by this camera, but hopefully we're good. Thank you, Chris. Like when the girl's in cowgirl, because normally people think cowgirl, it's like going up and down.
Mm.
If you're like me and your dick kind of points upward, you have an advantage there. You can slide back and forth like this.
Which also makes my clit rub on his chest.
Yeah. So you get two things there. One, the tip of my dick is smashing into her G-spot. And two,
Fantastic.
her clitoris is rubbing up on my pelvis.
Yeah, like belly button area.
So she's,
yeah.
I'm giving her two things at the same time by
Yeah,
doing
this
it
is
back
great.
and forth in cowgirl rather than up and down in cowgirl.
Did you guys do that yesterday?
We did.
Uh,
No, we did.
I was pretty lazy yesterday, to be
we
honest.
definitely did.
Okay,
That was the first position. Like,
Smooth.
I think I was sucking your balls and then I climbed up on top of you.
Something like that.
Yep.
Something like that.
I remember.
But there you go. That's
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
you can, and we're talking with a bit of speed, like this. You can get see how quickly my hands are moving.
Right.
You could, if you do that for like 30 seconds to a minute, you can get most girls to pop.
As long as my knees don't start hurting, we're good to go.
Yeah, if you're on, like a nice comfy bed.
Don't do it on a carpet.
Yeah.
You gotta start a fire.
Correct.
All right, so we'll turn over to the phone lines.
Yeah.
We got a caller in there waiting patiently, and then we'll answer the super chats because we got a couple of those as well. 786, you're on the air live on the Fresh and Fit podcast with Myron Gaines, Freshman CEO, Sterling Cooper, and the lovely Sarah J.
Welcome.
Is he on?
I can hear him.
He's on. Yeah, you got to click the
Hello.
here.
Is that me?
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
We got you.
What's up, man?
Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. Thank you for having me on. It's mostly for you guys, but I only bring it up because I heard them talking about it.
Sure.
Sometimes when I'm with a girl, I'm like afraid to touch her and stuff like that. So I'm like awkward
Okay.
because I don't want to come off rapey and shit.
So I'll tell you this, bro. You got to just stop being a pussy and you just got to
Do it.
okay? Because quite frankly, if you're going to hesitate when you're making moves, she's going to think you're a pussy and not take you seriously. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing worse than an indecisive man. What do you say to that, Sarah?
What's one of the C's? Confidence.
Yeah.
I need you to like grope me with confidence. Like, nah, you mine, baby.
Yeah.
I got you.
and
You're
that's-
mine.
That there's an
Yeah.
important distinction there. Like a grope with confidence is
Yeah.
all in like the body language, because a woman can tell
Yeah.
the moment you are hesitating.
Right.
Absolutely. Please
Right.
do not hesitate with
Exactly.
me. That means you have a small penis. No, like that's what my brain says, whether it's fact or not. But like my brain is like, you're hesitating, you have a small penis, or it's not going to get hard. Right? Am I wrong?
Facts.
Facts.
Mhm.
But the confidence thing is
Wow.
super important. You need to claim this lady. You need to make her feel like she's wanted.
Mhm.
And if you claim her in a physical form, like, hey, or like, what's up? You know, like,
Grab my titty.
yeah, like grab her by her ass, like you're mine. Sit down on my lap right here. If you get a negative vibe from that, then you don't continue. You know, you have to like body language is like a back and forth. So
Yeah.
you be confident and take it, and then if she doesn't like it, then you're like, oh my bad.
Here's an interesting take on this. So you're probably worried about making a move because you're worried that she
Failure,
like you said,
failure.
or like you said, you're worried about coming across rapey, right?
Right.
Here's the interesting thing about like escalating physically on a woman. It actually allows her to like, she knows she can be comfortable with you when you escalate and she says no and you back off.
That's so hot.
At that point, she actually then
She knows she has control.
Yeah, well, she knows
Yeah.
then that you're not going to be rapey.
Right. And then
Right.
she's
Yep.
got control of
Yep.
the
That's a
situation.
very
It
good
makes
point.
her feel secure.
It's a very good
So,
point.
and that actually gives you the leeway to then try again a little bit
Different.
differently.
You know
Like
what?
maybe then you give
You
her
know
a
what?
little
I'm
kiss
about
on the
to.
cheek.
Caller. So just after that as well, right? For example, let's say you meet a girl for the first time, right? And you take her on a date. For the most part, the fact that she came on a date means that she kind of likes you already. All you have to do now is kind of like seal the deal. So what he's saying is like, go for the kiss, go for the touch, and she'll tell you no at you know what I'm saying, if she doesn't like it. But guess what? No doesn't always mean like just stop. It just means like, okay, let me see where he's at. Let me see what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
After that point, continue. If it's like a good vibe, just continue. Hey, you know what? Go on with the date, take her to a new spot, buy her a drink, whatever, and then try again. Because trying again is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you told me no, but it wasn't like, no, don't touch me. It's like,
Yeah.
Yep.
hold on a little
It's
bit.
like a test to see if
Absolutely.
you are
Yeah.
socially calibrated
Yes.
as a guy.
You are absolutely right.
Mhm.
You're so self-aware.
So I'm gonna give one of my little tips real quick.
Yep.
Because a lot of guys have this problem with what we call last minute resistance. So
Yes.
if you're escalating and she tells you no, you just say, all right, cool, no problem. And what I've done is if I knew that like I kind of like pulled the trigger too quick, like brought her back to my place, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. Let's go get some tacos.
I love that.
And what
I
I'll
love
do is
eating.
I'll pull her out of the sex location and I'll take her somewhere else.
Mhm.
Then when I bring her back, it's going to be almost a foregone conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Because now she sees, oh, if this guy was crazy or whatever, he could have killed me right here and then.
Right.
But obviously, where you're showing that social IQ that you have, you understand that she needs to be comfortable first. Because at the end of the day, most of the time when you get LMR or anything like that, safety objections come up. So that's one way to kind of like destroy that objection and let her know, no, I'm a cool regular guy. Don't worry about it. We'll get some tacos. And then you could bring her back and you could close
Exactly.
the deal.
You know, during those tacos, that gives the opportunity for the woman to be able to like solidify whatever she needs to solidify your personality, your character, whatever she needs to solidify on whether or not she's going to allow you to make the next move.
Yeah.
Guys, you need to build up that sexual tension and not just rush it. Because I know you want to smash or right away, but she needs to feel comfortable first to even let you do that. Because they're like the gatekeepers, so, you know what I'm saying, so to speak. So
Yeah.
very important.
All right. So caller, is that good?
Is that good, bro?
Yeah, you guys gave me way too much. You watch the video. Thank you, guys.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Peace.
Perfect.
There you go.
Later. We got another call on the line. 404. 404, you're live on the Fresh and Fit podcast with Sarah J and Sterling Cooper.
Hey man, like you already know who it is.
Oh,
Oh,
Iman.
shit. Iman, what's up, dude?
He's 17 years old. He's in our Patreon, a very low supporter. What's up,
Are
brother?
you in Atlanta?
Yeah, I am.
404.
What's up, man?
Nothing. I just want to ask a question real quick about this, about sex and shit.
Okay.
So, yeah. So the thing that I'm worrying about is just the fact that, you know, like sometimes if I'm doing it and shit, like she just takes it and shit and she doesn't do shit back to me, you know? Like I'm just wondering, like, if a girl just takes it and she doesn't do shit back to you, you know, like, does I mean that she likes it? Like I'm trying to know like what are some secret body movements or like the girl does like show if she likes it or not, you know?
Very good question.
Well, I'll tell you this, man.
Question.
I'll just keep this nice and simple.
Mhm.
Yo, you're young, bro. All the girls ain't going to know what the hell they're doing at your age, right?
Yeah,
so
I was about to say the
like,
same. You know what? I was actually about to say the
Yeah,
same thing.
like, yo.
A lot of times when girls starfish out, like that's what we call it. There's like starfish out, right?
Yeah.
It's either that they're not enjoying you, or more likely, it's the fact that they don't really understand how to enjoy sex.
Yeah.
And that can leave the doorway open for you if you are creative and you would like to pursue this type of sexual relationship. You can maybe show her the way, you know, like you could try different things that might make her excited, because she's obviously been bored all her life with sex and she's just not familiar enough with her own body and enjoying sex. I think a lot of women just don't think about enjoying sex, to be honest with you.
And you know what's funny? I want to add to that as well. A lot of girls have been in bad relationships that aren't very like fun and exciting.
Yeah.
And that's all they know.
Yeah.
So if you come in with confidence, you say, you know what, I'm going to take control here. I'm going to make sure you have fun.
Yeah.
You could change your vibe. Or it could be that she has very low interest. And then in that case, she doesn't like it like that. So
Right.
Yeah. Is it more of a? I want to ask you a question, caller. Is it more of a case where like you want her to sort of move around a bunch because she's not really pleasing you?
Yes, somewhat. Because if I'm doing like a cowgirl on her, like she just will not move. Like I have to actually trust into her, shit like that, you know?
Yeah, bro.
She's a
You're doing all the
little
work.
lazy,
It's probably
maybe.
inexperience, man.
Yeah.
It's inexperience,
So,
bro.
I also can recommend maybe spend some time eating her pussy, or trying to make her come, because once she comes, she, like, at least for me, and I know other women, like once I have an orgasm, I feel like I need to give back. Like, you know, so like maybe show her a good time. Like, look, this is I'm in it for you. Like, this is a give and take kind of situation. And don't just keep like doing the same hamster wheel kind of motions, you know, like you kind of need to change it up and see if you can make it interesting for her to like want to participate.
because E-Man, also you don't want to beg for her attraction, bro. You kind of want it to be natural. So you may need to spend some more time outside of the bedroom, kind of like making her like mentally into you. Because it sounds like she's not already interested in you, bro. I'm just being real.
It could definitely be that, or it could be she's a lazy twat. Like I know a lot of lazy girls that are just whatever, fuck me.
Yeah.
You know.
I know a lot of them in this industry.
Yeah.
But Iman, we're gonna move on to the next caller, bro. We'll catch you on the Zoom call.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Thank you. Bye.
All right, 818 on the line. Then we'll hit the super chats.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Cam from LA.
What's
up,
Cam?
Hey, Cam.
Yo. Hey, Sterling. Nice to see you on the show, and Sarah J. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, babe.
So, question I had about about anal, right? So, I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on this. So, I get to the point. I remember Sterling, you were on the show with Donovan, and you were talking to him about like I think you mentioned this before. Like you want to get the girl used to like getting used to the whole anal process and stuff if they're not comfortable with it up front. So like I'll do certain things to like get them comfortable with it, but then I feel like when I don't know how to escalate to like get to that point because like I'm doing certain things and those things will be like playing with her butt or whatever, but like. She never like feels like there's girls I've tried it with like recently, but they don't get to the point of comfort where they feel like, okay, I can take it now. Is there anything else I need to do?
So like you got a baby step. There's two things here. So one, are you talking about a particular girl or just any girl in general?
It's like the last 3 girls I've been trying to do with. They're just like I'll, dirty talk and all that kind of stuff.
So we'll give general advice then. So sometimes these girls have had like a bad previous experience with butt stuff.
PTSD butt stuff.
Yeah. Where the dude has just rammed it in full tilt, no lube, and like she's like, this hurts.
Or poop. Like that my PTSD is surrounded by poop. I don't know.
So you've got to like you always have to have in the back of your mind that you might be competing against that kind of negative conditioning in her mind from the get-go. So 2 ways around that. One, because there's 2 different things we mentioned there. There's the embarrassment aspect with the poop, and then there's the pain aspect with a dude doing it wrong.
Yep.
So, by the way, you're taking it the right way. You're going slow. You're escalating her through various things, like playing with her butthole. Maybe if you're like me and you're a total pervert, you like to lick the butthole.
The only time I've ever wanted anything in my butt was after somebody licked it really good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And this side note, I said this to you yesterday. Yeah. This is why I have the world's best immune system. It's because I have licked buttholes on nearly every continent on this planet. I'm convinced that's why I never get sick.
Oh, yeah!
Anyway.
E. coli can't get us.
Fuck them. Fuck E. coli. Anyway, so you're starting off with stuff like, okay, licking with the butthole, like just running a finger in the butthole, maybe like doing the bum thumb when you're going doggy style, start like just the half the thumb, just a tip, just starting gently.
Okay, so I like that movement that you just, so we're talking to somebody who doesn't do anal, but I've had notions about it. There's been moments where I'm like, maybe. And the tongue and that like wiggle around, don't stick it in. I'm not ready for that. But like, you wiggle it around and I'm like thinking about it.
You're thinking about it. But you're trying to anchor, like if there's a way if you can get this girl to orgasm without like just normally, like with the vagina, if you can anchor that to the sensations of you playing with her butt at the same time, that's when you're opening the flood, like you're opening the doorway to her starting to really associate butt stuff.
That's what he's talking about.
Thank you very much. When you can really start to associate butt stuff with pleasure, right? And then you can start to moving up to actually fucking her with the thumb in the butt. Then you can start playing around with butt plugs, right? And then like, because once you get to that point, you can even just start like have a butt plug. You could just start by sticking it in her mouth while you're fucking her. But she's thinking about it being in her butt. And then you can whisper dirty shit in her ear. Oh, wouldn't this feel great in your butt? And then you can start. Then you can put it in her butt and fuck her in the pussy.
Back there, but yeah, right. I see it.
But so this is like a slow, steady progression to get her to that point, right? Because depending upon how big your penis is, they're gonna need some warm up. You're gonna need silicone lube. Silicone lube is the like pure PJUR silicone lube is the best lube I've ever used for
PUR, pure.
Yeah, the PJUR, that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's the
called
best
pure.
stuff. Yeah, pure. We're
With
saying the
an
same thing,
Umblek.
Sarah.
It's with an Umblek.
Whatever. Some German
Yeah.
stupid word.
Yeah.
Anyway, but okay, so that's like the pain side of things.
Then
You're
the
taking a
poop.
study. The poop side of things.
The poop.
So there's a few ways around this. One, like you got to communicate to her that like if there happens to be an accident, you have to stay cool, calm, and collected because she feels what you feel. Right? You are the emotional leader in the situation because you're leading her through the sexual experience. So if for example, there's a bit of a poop there, you have a towel on standby, fuck on a towel, like a brown colored towel, not a white colored towel.
Yep.
Or like, not a darker colored towel. So you can see if it's there, but it's not embarrassing if it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you could start playing around with this kind of thing in the shower, where it is it's super easy to clean off. You're getting rid of that embarrassment factor.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely. I'll be honest. The only people that I've ever even contemplated having anal sex with were people that I felt comfortable puking in front of. And so that means that outside of that sexual experience, you have to make that person feel completely vulnerable and comfortable for you. Like, don't worry, baby, you can fart in front of me. Like, no, I'm serious. That helps with the poop part of it, because it's like, this is like a whole different like hygiene section that I do not feel comfortable in front of anyone with. So like, if you've held my hair before, if I farted in front of you, I may think about anal sex, but no, you need to have that like full, open, vulnerable comfortability with somebody sometimes.
And Cam, you gotta remember, right? Girls want to have fun as well, but they need to feel very comfortable around you, because that's kind of like you're leading in a different direction that she's used to. So you have to open up to her slowly, like he's saying, and then I'm saying make it work basically.
To new experiences and
right.
Man, class is in session. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I learned a lot.
lots of education going on there. Cam, does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, that was solid. And thank you, Sterling and Sarah, for really just explaining in a way that is not, because I'll be honest, I was uncomfortable bringing this up, especially on YouTube, but now like behind closed doors on the private groups that we have. But you guys make me feel a lot more comfortable about like talking about this, and like it's just a normal thing. It's not anything to be
all good,
ashamed
man.
of.
Totally
So,
normal.
so I appreciate you guys
Absolutely.
explaining it.
All right, man. Awesome. So we'll get into
Thank
this
you guys.
later, Cam.
Later,
So
Cam.
we got some super chats here. I'll go through them. Jean-Claude Marouse, I might pronounce that wrong. 10 euros. Shout out Sterling. You have great taste in women. Go B team. And shout out Sarah with the extraordinary men quote. That quote rang my bell, hearing that I melted like chocolate, Gigi fit and fresh. Okay. Let's see here. We had another one. Oh, Travis Terrell. Shout out to Trav. This is high level game. Y'all drop in. And Sarah, I take you down. Something crucial. Send her my G link. Oh man, Trav would say that,
Get
man.
in line, baby.
Then we got
3.5 million people in that line.
For real.
CSB. What are your tips for bigger guys? Okay, don't worry. We'll get into that. So we had a couple of questions earlier. So we'll get the first one was
So someone wants to know how was your business savvy before porn and then after porn?
So I've always been part of the business world. Before I did porn, I worked in offices and I worked in restaurants and I did like a million different things. But the way that my work ethic is set up by my family is that no matter what I do, I work really hard and I do a really great job. So I could be a dentist, I could be an accountant, I could be a car mechanic, I could be a real estate agent, I could be a porn star, and I'm gonna fucking nail it.
Right.
And I always have had this very fair view of the adult industry, that the adult industry is just like any other industry. It makes shit tons of money. And if you handle it like a business and treat it like a business, it will like reward you. So I feel like I've always been a little bit business savvy, and I've applied that business mindset to something that a lot of people don't apply that business mindset to, and that's the adult industry.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can tell straight away when I meet girls, like you can tell straight away if they have that business savvy and if they're going to be as successful as someone like Sarah.
Yeah.
Right. Because like I had a girl on my show the other day, she rocked up and she had her personal assistant with her.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like this girl's like 19.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, she's already on
Yeah.
she's off to a fantastic start.
I get so excited when I see young ladies like that. It's like there's nothing that excites me more.
Because then you see both sides of that. So you see other girls who don't really take it that seriously,
Right.
you know, and they think it's easy money. I mean,
I think those girls are really, they're not thinking. They're just like trying to get from day to day.
yeah. Because there's a lot of girls in this industry that struggle to pay bills.
I know.
That's not a joke. Like there's some girls who'll DM on, like, send out a message on Twitter like, hey, my electricity bill is due this week. Can somebody,
stressful.
here's my Cash App.
Okay.
And it's like, what?
If you have your Cash App in your profile, stop that shit. You look desperate.
Perfect.
Exactly.
We talk about it all the time on Tinder as well. Girls put their Cash App in their bio or Instagram, and they're like, Cash App me. I don't know who you are.
Yeah,
Well,
bro,
that's
it's
to
wild.
let you know that they're hookers, by the way.
Oh,
That's the
Suckers do that.
Well, there you go.
We had another good question that was good.
Yeah.
That was really good,
So-
but I missed.
I got it.
Oh, you got
So-
it. Okay.
Oh no, this one says Sarah J working with Sandy Jackman.
Oh yeah, that's what it
right.
was.
Okay, so he said that before, and I'll be honest, I had to Google it. And I was like, did I work with Sandy Jackman? It looks like I did. It was a very old scene, and I do not remember it. Although she's a pretty girl, but I'm looking at pictures of us doing it, and I love a brown skinned lady, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm
a good
sure
looking
I had
lady.
a great time, but I do not remember it because it definitely looks like it was about 12 years old.
Okay, I got a question then, right? So when I used to watch porn, right, my favorite star was Nat Turner, and
That's my boy.
I remember you did a scene with him.
I've done so many scenes with him. We're actually good friends.
Okay.
He stayed with me for a while out here in Miami. Yeah. No, he's good people.
Can you connect us together?
Can
Maybe
I connect y'all?
Fist
Next
bump.
time he comes through, I'll hit you up.
There
No,
you go.
he's good people. Yeah.
That's cool, man. He's cool. He's cool people.
No, he's good.
Someone asked a really good question earlier. I couldn't pull it up in time because the chat was going too fast.
I got it.
The one about the industry, problems with the industry.
Yeah. So
Somebody, it was a
Hold on.
$5 super chat. I forgot your name, brother, but they asked, what are your guys' opinions on some of the worst things going on in the industry contemporary right now?
Yeah.
The biggest problems, you would say.
For me, like I can just right off the top of my head, I don't even have to think about it. Racism's always been the problem. Racism has always been my problem.
The whole IR rate thing.
Like racism.
Can you explain that to like the audience that may
period.
not know?
So our industry creates a product for a racist world, which means that we have to specify when we're having sex with somebody outside of our race in order to, get SEO and make more money and clicks off of it, which is just like ridiculous. And in doing that, we end up paying different rates for girls who work with Black guys or outside of their ethnicity. And like the whole thing has been fucked. And it's coming to an end. Like it's coming to an end. I've been in this industry 20 years. And when I started, people would ask me, what's your IR rate? Which means how much do I need to pay you to fuck a Black guy is what that means. And I always was like super offended at that. And it's always the same rate, no matter what color your dick is for me. But to know that there are companies offering that and there are women requesting that it's unacceptable. It's not tolerable, and it's gonna change. And it's been changing. And like we've, during the whole 2020, the good things are coming about of it. And we're getting groups together. We have a BIPOC collective, which is Black, Indigenous people of color.
Yeah.
And they are trying to fight for more equality within porn and more representation, and to stop the fetishizing of Black people and the color of your skin.
okay, can I add to that as well?
Yeah.
So this is black.com, right? Everyone knows black.com.
Oh, why are we using this word as a verb?
Some people in the industry call it racist.com.
It's a thing, right? And then they have Alexis Texas that doesn't do color guys. And I'm like, okay, I get it, but like, what's the stigma behind, like, I guess, like, why is it more money?
Dude, here's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll jump in real quick.
Yeah.
Here's the weird thing. There's no such thing as an IR rate
In Europe.
in Europe or for me.
In Australia,
Or
right?
for me.
Right.
I
Oh,
don't-
the other way around,
Yeah,
right.
I don't charge an IR rate to fuck a Black
No.
girl, and she doesn't
Okay.
charge an IR rate to fuck me.
So
It's
now
only if she
now we
fucks a
go
Black
back
dude.
to
Okay.
now we go back to is this a rate of size? Because if it's a rate of size, let's charge by the inch and not by the color, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's white guys out there and Spanish guys and Australian guys with giant fucking dicks out there. And if this is that, then you know what? Charge by the inch.
Mhm.
Don't say you don't fuck black guys or you need more money to fuck black guys. Like this whole thing is it's got to stop. This is 2020. We're not tolerating it anymore. If you're a company that offers an IR rate, you're fucked. Like,
Yep.
And the ultimate irony is that the girls that the kind of girls that charge an IR rate will be the first ones to jump on like the SJW bandwagon for anything.
Wow.
It's very ironic.
Very interesting. Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay.
We got a caller on the line.
You got 209.
209.
Okay.
209 is on the line.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, man? Welcome to the
Just a
show.
quick question. A little simple question, right?
Go ahead.
So, stamina, like tips for more stamina.
oh my God,
Okay.
work out. Like that's like the easiest thing because I need more stamina too. I'm 40. I'll be 43 this month.
Oh, wow.
And so like I'm constantly very conscious of keeping my heart and my circulation in check and being able to endure a long scene.
And for dudes, it's about cardiovascular health is really, really important for guys in our industry.
Yeah. If you can't get the blood flow, then it's not going to go to your dick and you're going to have wood problems.
But are you talking? Okay, when you because when guys say stamina, they can mean two different things. So are you talking about like wood, as in keeping it up for longer, or are you talking about the premature ejaculation and not coming too soon?
That too.
Both. Okay. Well, okay. So then cardiovascular stuff for keeping it up for longer, and you can start doing Kegel exercises. Kegel exercises are fantastic for every dude should be doing Kegel exercises.
Every person should be doing Kegel exercises.
They do so many different things. They make sex way better. They keep your dick harder for longer. They make your orgasm. They give you more control over your orgasm. You make your orgasm feel better.
Yep. And if you're confused of what a Kegel is, pee and then try to stop it.
Yeah.
And that's a Kegel.
It's a Kegel exercise.
Okay.
And the
Good
other
tips.
thing I'll add in for like lasting longer for dudes, just one easy thing you can do to help prevent premature ejaculation is be aware of the way you breathe when you're orgasming, because if you pay attention next time you like have sex, you'll probably notice, like for example, I know that I hold my breath when I'm about to pop.
Oh.
So if I get too close, like if I'm getting close to the point of no return, and I'm like, oh shit, the scene isn't over yet, I need to like back off, I'll
Basically start calming down and start slowing your whole process down.
I'll change my breathing to the opposite of what it's like when I'm about to pop.
That makes so
Wow.
much sense.
Good tips, man.
See, I have the opposite problem. I don't know how to stop.
This guy. So, Carl, does that answer your question? Carl,
Yes, sir, like that was. But like last question is like, what do you guys think about semen retention in the porn industry?
Oh,
About what?
Wow.
semen retention. This is for Sterling.
Semen retention. Well,
right.
it's okay. There's like, so there's the semen retention thing where it's like you don't fap to porn, which I'm actually like in favor of that. If you want, as a guy, if you want to be better in bed, you probably shouldn't be watching porn and you probably shouldn't be fapping to porn. But I don't agree with like don't have sex part of semen retention, right? Because like that's something that I do, and it's something I know a lot of male performers do. Is they don't masturbate before scenes,
Well, you have to hold on to it because
Right.
you're getting paid for it.
right?
Yeah.
So but it's not just about a
Right.
volume of the load thing.
Yeah.
It's like it keeps you hornier, keeps you on the edge,
Totally.
your test levels feel higher, like all this sort of stuff. There's a lot of positive benefits to not jerking off. But that doesn't mean you have to retain your. It doesn't mean you don't have sex with chicks and you
Right.
don't come. That is, I think that's a silly thing, because like the more sex you have, the hornier you get.
Mhm.
And we know.
That's so nice that it works for both of us like that.
Nice.
And caller, also when you hold your semen, so to speak, like you're more able to like go and you feel the need to like talk to females.
Yeah.
When you jerk
You'll
off
call
all the time,
approach girls.
like you
Yeah.
want to be home and lazy, like you're more active when you hold it.
Yeah, that's one of the
I'm saying?
biggest things for guys that get approach anxiety that can't go up and talk to girls. You got to stop fapping, bro,
Jerk
because
off
that's
all
gonna
day.
you're not gonna have the
These are
motivation to cold approach
great.
women.
These are great advices. Yeah. This is
All right.
good job.
Thank you.
So, all right, caller, you
caller.
good? We're gonna move on. All right.
We got super chats here real quick.
Yeah, I'll hit them right now.
Okay, cool.
All right, caller, take it easy. We got another guy on the line. Caller, stay patient. We're just gonna read off some super chats.
And we gotta eventually close this.
Yeah. Tricky Trini with the $9.99 super chat. I have a bad model chick in her 30s that has never had an orgasm before. 5 partners tops. Any pointers as I'm trying to make a good first impression? Sterling, can you knock that out real quick for this guy?
Tease an orgasm out of her.
There you go.
And by that I mean like literally like make her beg for you to put the dick in. Be really, really slow and teasing with like if you're going to go down on her, because the guaranteed way. And I have an entire chapter on how to eat pussy in my book, by the way. And
what's the name of that book again? How I Grew My Penis
and Other Porn Industry Secrets.
Yes.
So
link will be in the chat. Mods, please put in the chat.
But the guaranteed way to make any woman orgasm is to tease an orgasm out of her. Like so, like we're talking be as like really, really, really slow and building it up when it comes to pussy eating. And because if you're teasing her, you're getting her mind engaged.
Yeah, because the whole time I'm like, come on, do it. Stick it in. Stick it in.
It builds up the anticipation. And then when you eventually do it,
that was
makes
me yesterday.
better.
I was like, oh my God, can this 25-minute oral show be over soon? Because I want to stick it in. No, you did a great job.
There you go.
He's the tease master.
There we go. We got Ricky 985 with the $5 Canadian dollars. Any pointers on making a girl squirt like a fire hose when you are going down on her? Also, any good tips on giving analingus?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Analingus.
analingus, just like go around the hole. I don't know.
Okay, so there's a couple
that's pretty
methods, right? Okay, so
self-explanatory.
like you can lick it. This goes for pussy too, kind of. So you can lick it like it's the side of an ice cream cone with a nice wide flat tongue. You can go around the edge and circle all the way into the middle. You can fuck it with your tongue in and out.
You can flick it up, get in a little bit and flick it up.
Flick it up, right?
Yeah.
You do that good too.
Yeah, I do that.
Yes, there's a lot of different strokes. You can explore all of them. And I think like a lot of people overlook the most simplest thing, communication. So when you're doing new shit, look at her and see if she's enjoying it, you know?
Give us your hand. Make your hand a pussy.
Oh, pussy.
Make your hand a pussy. Hold up. A bit wider. Come on. There we go.
Big pussy.
All right. Squirting. Can you see me, Chris?
Yes.
All right. All right.
Yep.
We're going to make it rock and roll, okay? Hand like that.
Mhm.
This is her body here. This is the vagina. You're in here. And then you start like a lawnmower.
Oh, yeah.
Up and just up motion.
Mm-hmm.
And then bang.
Guys, this is quality content.
Man, guys.
You want to get this nowhere else. This is quality. Thank you.
You guys are not going to get this anywhere else, man, besides the Fresh and Fit podcast,
Well,
baby.
Maybe my channel.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, on Sterling's channel as well.
Yo, real quick, we got a new patron.
Okay.
Shout out to James.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the chat. And then one of our patrons asked a question. This is like one of our members, basically. He wants to know, Sebastian said this. He wants to know, question for the guests, Sarah and Sterling. What do you both think about stars that got famous from the industry and then after leaving tried to shame the industry and other porn stars?
Mia
Fuck
Khalifa.
them. You know,
Mia
first of all,
Khalifa.
fuck them. But then also, I have like a little bit of bone to pick with not just them, but also mainstream stars who use our industry to achieve fame or to achieve more fame and then pretend like it was like an accident. I'm shitty at them as well because I need them to be open about the fact that they, you know, me and my man, we shot this video and we thought y'all would enjoy it. And I need you to be a little bit more sex positive about the industry and not like, oh, that leaked out and we didn't really mean to do this. No, I need you to say, no, we thought it would be fun to just film it and we thought you guys would enjoy it here. Because you end up putting this stigma on our industry that our industry does not need. We don't need any
Man,
more
shots
stigma.
fired right there.
Totally.
I'll say this. So real quick, because I know someone's going to ask.
Yeah.
Mia Khalifa, quick thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, you know she doesn't really regret doing it because she keeps using her fucking stage name.
Hey!
I say that all the time. I'm like,
Perfect.
like you could start by changing your name and not like using your brand. Like that would be like Kleenex that like just decides they want to start making ravioli and they still call themselves Kleenex. Like everybody's gonna think it's fucking tissues in the can, you know? Like Why? And then the fact that she only made $12,000 just lets everybody know how bad of a business person she was.
Damn, I think that's bullshit. I know she.
No,
I know
I'll
the
be
12,000.
honest, I don't think it's bullshit. I think she made $12,000.
No. I agree with $12,000. Like on terms of like she got 12 scenes at $1,000 each. That
she was contracted.
Was she really?
She was contracted.
And she only made 12 grand? Jesus Christ.
Oh man, yeah, dude. Holy crap! The exclusives right there. So okay, we got one more. What a time to turn up with the Timius Maximus. What a time to turn up! How he's Australian actually,
yeah,
Stirling.
Timmy, he's in my chat all the time.
Yeah, so shout out to Timmy for all the way from the great down under. Okay,
Crikey, mate.
Craig, this guy. Okay, it's okay. We'll make black jokes on Fresh later. But okay, so you guys can make Arab jokes on me, no biggie. We got 2 more callers that we're gonna can this, guys, because Sarah's got stuff to do.
Yes.
Sterling has girls to go have sex with, probably somewhere, and
Zoom call.
we will, and we got a Zoom call as well. 646. All right, we got New York City in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you, bro.
I hear you.
All right, awesome. I appreciate you guys putting this together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
thanks, Sterling, guys. Guys, hold on. You guys got to thank Sterling. You guys got to go subscribe to his YouTube. StirlingCooper. He's the one that made this happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
And Sarah,
Thank you, sir.
What's your site? Can you plug your site as well?
Yeah, sarahj.com.
There you go.
Easy.
And your CBD line.
sarahjcbd.com.
There we go. Boom. Go ahead, caller. Sorry.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, like, how can you kind of like salvage a sexual encounter with a woman if you lose your erection? Like sometimes what happens, maybe like a quarter of the time when I'm having sex, I might lose the erection during the intercourse itself. Like I'll get hard, we'll do foreplay, she'll blow me or whatever, and then I'll get hard, and then put the condom on and we start fucking, and then I just lose it. I don't know why.
Because the condom is why you're losing it. You're decreasing your sensitivity.
Don't tell people to not fuck with that, Robert.
No, I'm not. But there's other things that you can do. You can put it in her mouth. You can put it in between her tits. You can have her stroke it. You can stroke it while you're watching her stroke it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other things that you can do. But it sounds to me that if it's going limp every time you put the condom on, it's because you're decreasing sensitivity. Or maybe the condom's too tight. Maybe get a Magnum. Mm-hmm. You might not have thought you needed a Magnum, but maybe you do.
No shit. I used to wear like regular size condoms. Yeah.
I'm serious.
My entire life until like a girl was like, you should. Yep. This is like way too tight for your dick.
You can even put a little bit of lube inside the condom, and that might help you gain a little sensitivity too.
But what I'll add to this is, if you find yourself like, okay, like you said, you're already fucking her, and at some point it just you lose your edge. Right. First things first is like, don't beat yourself up over this shit, because this literally happens to guys like me.
Everybody.
We're supposed to be the world's best at this shit.
And the more you beat yourself up, the more difficult the whole process is going to be. It's not a big thing. Right. Just let it go.
Take your focus.
In my experience, like women don't really, like a lot of them don't really take it well. They start ghosting after that. Or,
okay.
Like some of them stick around, but most
soon as you're fucking her and your dick goes limp, you need to be like, oh no, baby, I'm about this shit. You need to eat her pussy. You need to make her come. You need to eat her pussy, because that lets her know that, like, even though my dick is saying no, I'm saying yes. Like, that reassures her like ego that it's not her, that you really enjoy this, and you need to make her come with your mouth and your hands. That's fact.
What I'll add a different spin to this is that you're probably getting to that. That's probably happening because at some point you're probably getting in your head, right? And your focus is going on to yourself, rather than focusing on the woman in front of you. So a frame of mind that I tell guys a lot of the time is to adopt it. It might sound weird, so bear with it for a second. It might sound weird, but adopt a frame of the selfish pervert. And what I mean by that is, okay, say you're fucking a girl, it starts to go limp, whatever. Start leading it and focusing on her. So say, for example, you could go, all right, baby, get onto your back, look me in the eyes, and start playing with yourself.
Oh, where you tell them exactly what you need.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best. But a lot of times, to be honest with you, guys don't necessarily know what they need. But if you know what you need, please communicate. Communication's everything.
And caller, like, I can tell you right now.
I got one question that's kind of, what's up?
Sorry, no, go ahead.
yeah, it's kind of related to that. So I noticed that, like, you know, a lot of times, it may sound weird, but like doggy and like, you know, girl on top, it's like it doesn't work for me as well as missionary, and then you know what I'm talking about. So like, I feel like most girls would get bored me just doing missionary and in them out. But right now I have a girlfriend and she's cool with that. But most girls, I think they didn't really like that. And like, it's almost like there's also like a position dependent erectile dysfunction as well. Like I've never come from doggy or a girl being on top, but I have come from missionary and blowjobs. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
That's pretty normal. Like every guy has like preferred position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want your opinion on this because you have a penis. Like I feel like you should start with your weakest first because you've already been maybe making out, maybe she's stuck touching your dick's hard and you're about to stick it in. I feel like you should start with the most difficult position first.
Yeah, correct.
So like if you have a hard time with doggy, let's start with doggy, and then as soon as it starts to go limp, go to your strong position and be like, oh, hold on, roll over, missionary time. And so now we got 2 positions in instead of just starting with missionary and then struggling through a doggy.
I would completely agree with this.
Right.
Yeah. And also, don't forget you got. If you can throw in spoon as well. Spoon is not that. If you're liking missionary, you're probably going to like spoon position as well. That's something a lot of guys forget about because spoon is a great position because you can like you can reach. You can do so many things.
And you can be lazy a little bit.
You can be lazy in spoon.
I love lazy spoon
because you can reach in, play with her clit. You can choke her. You can pull her hair. You can bite her neck. You can do all this stuff.
You can also manipulate her leg and like up and down because sometimes I like it down, but sometimes I like it up. You know, so you can give her different feelings as well. And obviously you're going to have different feelings with that too.
Yeah. I call her real quick. Just out there as well for the first question. It happened to me once and it hurt so bad because I knew for a fact that I messed up. So let me explain, right? I wanted this girl so bad, right? And she was hot. She was like 9 out of 10. And I waited like a week when she was available to take her out. But throughout that whole process of waiting, I was in my head like, oh my God, I know what I'm gonna do with her. I can't wait to see her, whatever. I was in my feelings for so long, for a week. Mm-hmm. So when I met the girl, the date went good. We went out, we had dinner, we talked, went to the park, kissed, whatever. Get to bedroom, right? The moment she took off her clothes, I went like, zoom. I was like, what's going on here? Yeah. Like what's Fernanda said, it was in my head. And funny enough, like after that experience, like she was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't see you anymore. And I lost her. But you know
sucks.
What? But you know what?
Sorry.
It's because I was in my head. Yeah. So now I don't ever like think about it too much. I say, you know what? I'm gonna leave this how it is. I'm gonna continue with my day. And when I see her, then I'll like maybe like, you know what I'm saying, think about her in that instance.
Now imagine people being with me. They've been in their head for 20 years. And now they're at that moment where this is your moment to shine. And I have to be understanding of that kind of feeling because it's very easy to get in your head, and I can recognize that. So normally what I do is say, lay back, baby, I got you. And then I suck dick. But like regular girls don't do that. You know, like I'll suck dick till you come and make you feel comfortable. And then round 2, I expect you to show out now. Like we know each other now. It's all good.
That's why I said before I use the selfish pervert frame. And again, this might sound bad, but if like a perfect example, what you just said, if you're like, kind of pedestalizing this experience, pedestalizing this girl in your head, you're fucking yourself up.
Yep,
totally.
You've got to, as a guy, it actually helps you to come in with an attitude of like, I don't give a shit. And ironically, that is actually more likely to make her orgasm because you're going to be on point.
It's that confidence.
You're confident, like you don't really give a fuck.
You're like, whatever.
Your dick's hard, and then like she's kind of getting off on the fact that you know,
but you're not struggling, really. Yeah. Like we enjoy the fact that you're not struggling. Yeah.
Yo, and then quick side note. So that kind of hurt my ego a little bit, right, caller? But funny enough, maybe like 2 months later, I met her friend and I did a good job, and her friend told her about me. Boom. So I kind of redeemed myself in that point. Boom. But and
she came back. Right?
Yeah, no, she didn't come back. That was it. But her friend told her about me.
Yeah.
Right.
So I kind of like redeemed myself. But for the most part,
you redeemed yourself. Though.
Exactly. Yeah. But I would never. Okay, if I have one regret before I die, is I couldn't smash that chick. Hey, I'm just saying. So,
hey man, sometimes you just gotta hold that.
Hey, Stirling, I'm just curious. Like, how many times has this happened to you? Like, you know, like when I ask other people about it, they act like they've never had an erection problem. I was wondering, like, you know, since you probably fucked 1,000 chicks, like, how many times has it happened to you?
In the past 10 days, it's happened to me 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, like it happens to me regularly
There you
because of who I am and because people get super in their head and they get so built up. I can see it. I can see it when we meet, you know?
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do about it except try to make you feel comfortable. Like it's not that big a deal. I'm fine. I'm just a regular human, you know? But you got to get out of your head. You got to.
I mean, with me, like 3.5 years in porn, like 350 odd scenes. I've probably had, off the top of my head, like 3 to 5 scenes I can remember where it was a really bad day, and that kind of stuff was happening. Yeah,
Right.
you know, and I'm like,
But you're professional.
and it was just like
so-
random.
like
not
it totally,
calculated
so
or
it happens.
Yeah,
It
totally.
happens to everybody.
He's a professional who knows what he's getting into every day. He's like, okay, this day I'm going to do this girl. Yeah. So it's like for a regular guy that's just having sex with like regular girls, it's very frequent, very common.
Yeah.
So, caller, thank you so much. We're going to move on to the next guy. Guys, before we move into the last one, don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, Unplug Lifestyle, CEO Lifestyle with Fresh Prince CEO, Sterling Cooper's YouTube channel, Sarah J's YouTube channel.
Yeah, Sarah J TV.
Sarah J TV is her YouTube channel. Guys, obviously the algorithm is not going to favor this this podcast episode because we kept it too real, but we ain't taking it down. We're keeping it up. So we're going to go over to the final caller.
Final round.
Okay, 804 you said? Yep. All right. Thanks, Chris, on the ones and twos as usual. Shout out to Chris, man, helping out, adjusting the cameras and the everything else like that, and the lights. Wait, you said 802? 804, you're on the line.
Hello.
Hey, what up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing? Fresh CEO.
Yeah, you're on the show, man.
What's up, bro?
Okay. How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all with this and every day. Sarah, Sterling.
Yep.
How y'all doing?
Good, thanks.
Good.
Yeah. I was calling because I'm a guy. I like sex. I love sex. I love porn too. And I just got married back in October. And even before I met this woman, we went to school together. She's very attractive, you know. She never told me she was attracted to me in school, but you know, as we started talking and stuff like that, it's just I always had insecurity problems, like with size. I was looking at Stirling's book, and it looked like it looks good because I've been taking supplements, I've been doing oils, all that. Like I'm a black guy, I'm not bad size, but I'm kind of average. And then I know that most women, they really don't care about length, they care about width. And I have substantial good width, but you know, I want more.
Hey, caller, can you get to the question, bro?
Yeah, like how can I get more? How can I how can I get better with my confidence and insecurity about this?
I think he wants more girth and wants to be more confident about his girth.
Yeah. Well, like in my book, I have an entire section on how to expand your girth, you dick.
Do you have the book, caller?
No, I'm get the book. But I'm saying like due to like in my weight supplements and everything.
There's not really any. Unfortunately, there's anytime you go on Pornhub, unfortunately, there's some fucking ad in the corner. There's some ad in the corner promising.
I'm not getting them on Pornhub. I'm getting them like for GMC, you know the pill shops.
Yeah, but even then, like, there isn't a magic pill that actually causes this stuff. Like, there's no magic pill that will make your dick grow. Like, I'm telling you right now, there is no magic pill that does that. There's exercises you can do which cause it. It takes time. For me, for example, it took me 8 months of solid effort to grow like an inch and a bit in length and like half an inch in girth. Like but I was focusing mainly on the length side of things. So it takes time and daily consistent work. There's no magic pill for this stuff, unfortunately. I wish there was.
It's a muscle.
I wish there was. It's just like building muscle.
Yep.
Yeah.
It takes time.
It takes time and commitment.
All right, caller.
But in terms of like, but don't like. He's also asking about like confidence and being insecure about it. Look, dude, like.
Yeah.
In the end, there's a lot of other like while you're focusing on that, because if you want to focus on that for your self-esteem, great, do it. It's doable. But in the meantime, there are a lot of supplementary skills you can learn in the bedroom, which are gonna eclipse every other dude out there. it's really not that hard to stand out above the crowd when in the bedroom, I don't think.
I was thinking the exact same thing, that, you know, it's really about creating an experience that she'll remember and that she enjoyed, you know. Once you've created that experience that she will remember and that she enjoyed, you should have like strong confidence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she told me I wouldn't have married you if I didn't, you know, like you down there. It's just something I want more, and I like to last longer.
Cool. All right, man. With that said, Sterling, where can the people find you?
My YouTube, I actually got my own URL.
For
YouTube. So you can go to youtube.com/StirlingCooper X.
Nice.
Right here on the screen. And it's spelled STIRLING, because Americans tend to spell it wrong.
With the E on the wine, actually.
Yeah, they spell like this.
Right.
So, what about you, Sarah? Where can they find you?
I've got sarahj.com. You can go to sarahjlinks.com for all of my stuff, everything from t-shirts to toys to my YouTube channel to my social media.
All right. I just put her website in there. JDM with the $5 super chat showing you guys support because I know this is being demonetized. Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Luckily, it's all good, man. It don't matter. So with that said, guys, find us on patreon.com/FreshFit, where we give you guys all the behind the scenes stuff on how to basically get girls. The stuff that we can't.
Dates,
our dates, all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, we can't put that stuff on YouTube. And any last words, guys? Oh, yeah, TikTok, Fresh and Fit as well. Any last words, Sterling?
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. Had a great time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you, Sarah, for coming on.
No, thank you for having me too. Yeah.
This was a great show, man. Thank you guys so much. We'll catch you guys next week on Monday at 6 p.m. with the Fresh and Fit podcast. We'll catch you guys. Peace.